Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. And oh my goodness, it's been a long while since I've said that intro. I think weeks, or I believe it's about 3.5 weeks since my last video, and I definitely didn't expect to be out for that long. But life, just stuff happens, which I will talk about in a bit, and I'm still going through them, dealing with them. But it's coming to the end of the month, and the videos that I try to be more consistent with, especially like the hashtag Color Your Hoard 2020, I didn't want to do updates through those videos, so I wanted to put together this coloring chat to just give you guys a heads up of what I plan to do for next month, and just what I've been going through for the last, or what I've been doing for the last few weeks. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and start off with the book that I will be working on for this video. I am coloring in Hannah Carlson's Summer Nights. And the page I am working on is this double page spread, which I am trying to finish up by tomorrow midnight because this is for July, several July color alongs on Instagram, like Color and Chat with Sammy, her double page spread one, and then there's several Hannah Carlson one. I know there's a Summer Nights one, and there's one that included Carlson, Christine Karen, and Kubikowska, their books as a hashtag for color long. So I'm just trying to see, or going to try to have this finished by tomorrow. Hopefully I can. I'm going to try to work on it tonight. So as you can see, I tried to do a bokeh effect in the background. I finally used my pan pastels. It is the portrait set, so I only had one blue. I only have one color of blue, and for the edges I wanted it to be darker, but instead of using like a dark blue, I used black, which made it look I shouldn't have used the black. I should have looked for a dark blue to complement the blues that are already here. But I got some pastel colored pencils, so I'm hoping after I'm finished I'll go back again and see if I can add some blue to the black that I have in the corners, maybe crispen up the bouquet right here where the birds are. I did spray these pages with the Krylon workable fixative, but it still feels like the pastel is coming out. It feels like it's coming off of my fingers, so that's why I added this cardstock just so I can lay my hands on it and not worry about smudging it or rubbing off any more color. So I'll be working on this page right over here. There, and I'm using Prismacolors, so let me go ahead and see if I can bring you closer. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this area where the wings are. I have the 90% gray, cool gray, and I have the 50% cool gray and the 20% cool gray. So yeah, so for the past month, well, earlier in the month, I was going through some health stuff, my own health stuff, and I'm really bad about taking care of myself. So, because for me it's like my kids come first, whatever they need. They're the ones that I focus on rather than on myself. And I've been having pains, which is related to an emergency surgery that I had to do 2 years ago, and I scared myself because the way I am, where I kind of ignore my pains and stuff, kind of throw it off as like oh, maybe I'm just gassy, or maybe I just eat too much, or maybe I just ate something bad or something like that. So 2 years ago, that's pretty much what I was doing, and it ended up being that I had gallstone that made my gallbladder just very, it was just blocking, and they had to do immediate emergency surgery from the ER, or from the ER to the surgery. It was like it happened in a couple hours. So I was just scared that I would have to go through that same thing. So immediately when I started feeling pains, I called my doctor to get checked out. And that's another thing, with COVID-19 happening right now, I was worried about having to go to the clinic and everything to see my doctor, and how that was going to be. Let me go ahead and put this paper here. Yeah. And yeah, I was just worried about, like how the procedures are to prevent it from spreading at the doctor's office. And they're pretty good. I actually just had to wait in my car, and the nurse came out and picked me up from there to escort me to the room where the doctor was going to see me. But anyways, the whole thing, I'm okay. I had to kind of change my whole diet, and that's another thing. I stopped drinking coffee, and everything I couldn't eat. I had to change a lot of stuff, and I was just so tired. I had no energy, especially when I stopped drinking coffee, and I was like taking long naps during the day, especially when I haven't been getting that much sleep at night. So so I got tested and everything, and ultrasound and stuff, so I'm doing okay. So my doctor was all like, everything's looking good, normal. The pains, I was probably, my body trying to tell me, like, watch what I'm eating and stuff. So now that's what I've been doing. I haven't been feeling those pains anymore, which I'm happy about. Oops. And so another thing that I've been trying to focus on was, my son is pretty much my son, my 4-year-old son. He is finally potty trained. It took forever, and that's kind of what I was going through in May, because I felt like a bad mom for, like, he's already 4 years old, and he wasn't potty trained yet. And it's not that I wasn't trying. I did everything from having him sit on the potty to, like, maybe he had to just wear underwears to feel wet, so he doesn't want that to happen, but it didn't work. What actually ended up working was him seeing a picture of his cousin with his new underwears, because he can pee in the potty. So, and after that picture, after he saw that, it kind of clicked, like, oh, I can do that too. And so now he's been doing that, and that was like my thing that I was going through in May. And then in June, he finally learned how to potty. It took a while because my son, he didn't like pooping, and sorry, I have to talk about that, but that was his problem. So he hated the bathroom. He hated anything to do with the bathroom. But once we got him used to that part, number 2, we were able to focus on number 1. So and then when it started getting warmer here in Washington, it also started getting drier, and his skin is he has really bad food allergies, and he also has really bad eczema. And so his skin was really, really dry and really chapped. I can't even speak, I'm sorry. Really dry and really chapped. So I haven't been getting that much sleep for the past few weeks because I've been up trying to stop him from just tearing himself up. And even if I put socks on his hands, he would just give himself like kind of like rug burns on his forehead, on his cheek, on his neck, and yeah, it's so hard, you know, like I would catch him before he does it, like up till like probably like 3 or 4 o'clock, and then by that time I'm just like so tired, my body just knocks out until like a couple hours later when we all wake up. And it's been like that for the past, I don't know, month. And he also gets heat rashes, so we always have to stay in my room with the AC on, just so that he doesn't break out in hives. And then we also found out that he's also allergic to peanuts. So it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if I explained this before, but he's allergic to all tree nuts, almonds. He's allergic to dairy, allergic to eggs, shellfish. And so he tried something with peanuts a couple weeks ago, and we do have EpiPens for him, but he was still able to breathe. He threw up the food that he was eating. And so after that incident, he had to go ahead and get checked for allergies again to see what his levels are, if it changed from last year. And so we all actually got our blood tested at the same time. When I was getting myself tested, we all went as a family. My husband had to get his blood drawn also, so I went first with to get my blood drawn, and so my son can see, you know, like, oh, see, mommy can do it, so you can do it too. And good thing I was wearing a mask, because they used a bigger needle on me, which I wasn't used to. They usually give me the smaller needle, which I don't feel at all in them. Well, this time the nurse, I think it's because she can get the blood faster, so she used a bigger needle on me, and I was just like shocked. And I was just trying to smile, but then it didn't really matter because I was wearing my mask on. So I was trying to tell my son, it's like, look, mommy is smiling. I'm just trying to keep my eye on him because I didn't want to look at the needle. And yeah, so after I had my blood drawn, my son took his turn, and we had to have an extra nurse with us. The main nurse who was doing the blood draw, she was really good. She was doing it as fast as she can. And the first time he had to do get his blood drawn last year, they did it on his left arm, and they couldn't get any more blood out, so they had to also do it on his right arm. And I was worried that it was going to bring back memories of that. But the nurse we had, she was really good. She got the blood, got as much as she can, or how much she needed. And yeah, I mean, he was really great, you know, good about it. I mean, he wasn't like kicking out, trying to pull his arm or anything. He sat there, he cried, and he kept asking the nurse, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? And I was like, and I felt bad. I was like, oh, you know, the nurse was all like, it's your doctor, you should talk to your doctor. But, you know, anyways, with that blood test, just found out again that his levels for especially milk, peanuts and eggs were too high, and he definitely always have to have his EpiPen by, or if we go anywhere, because his reaction to them could be very severe. And so my husband and I, we've been talking about, with the coronavirus and stuff, it'd probably be good if we just tried to homeschool him with all his allergies and stuff. And so that's another thing, that like schooling and stuff is something that I don't know, I'm just glad that our county finally figured out that the kids will be doing remote schooling, but that's only for the first, I think, 6 to 9 weeks, and then they'll reassess at that time. But for my son, he's starting middle school this year, so he's kind of bummed about not going to school, because he loved the idea of using lockers. He's excited about starting a club and seeing his friends from the other elementary schools. But I'm glad that they're doing remote schooling, because I wouldn't have to worry about him bringing home anything. Pretty much. I don't feel like it's safe. So, but they did do a survey asking parents what they thought, and then what was advised, I guess, through the government. My daughter, she's a senior this year, but she's going to a community college for her senior classes, and she picked all online classes, so I didn't have to worry about her. I don't think she has to go in, except for if she might need to pick up some books. I don't know. We have to see about that. And then my oldest daughter, she's actually a senior in UW, but she's a second year student. A senior because she has her associate's degree already through the Running Start program that my other daughter, what she's doing right now, doing the community college route. So she's doing online also. She picked classes where she can just do online. She opted out of a dorm, which is best. She may have to do in the next semester some like labs where she has to be at the class. So my husband was all like, she could commute, you take the ferry, and I was like, I'm not very, because she had to take the ferry and then the bus, and I'm just like, no, she has to go through Seattle through that with all the things going on in Seattle. I was like, no, I don't feel like that's the best choice. I do have relatives that live north of Seattle, so I may ask her godmother if she can maybe have May stay at her place like a couple nights during the week, because she does have an extra bedroom in her house, so hopefully that'll be okay. And she also works at UW, so she can get a ride from her aunt rather than taking the bus and then trying to catch the bus in Seattle. For my peace of mind, I'll be too worried. So that's pretty much what has been going on. See, in my health, and then my son's ongoing eczema is just, I've been trying lots of stuff with him. I just ordered a whole bunch of clothes from eczema.com. Excuse me. They sell these long sleeve shirts that have the hands covering. So there's no opening on there, so it's kind of, yeah. So I got like, I don't know, a couple of shirts, 4 shirts, and then a whole pajama set just to see if it'll work with him, because it's 100% organic, and hopefully it will help him sleep better at night. I also got some gloves for him for his hands, because his hands, they get super dry. Actually, I also got some Aveeno with oatmeal, and I'm also going to try the bath, which I have over here. I haven't opened it yet, but yeah, so I'm going to try that. I have other options that friends recommended, like black soap, which I'll probably get. I'm trying to do one at a time. I don't want to do it all at one time, so I'm trying the Aveeno oatmeal stuff and seeing that worked. There's a cream with the for the Aveeno that worked on his hands, so yeah, I'll see how that goes for this week before I try anything else. If it doesn't work, I'm going to go ahead and work on this feather, so I'm not just working on that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, just no sleep at all at night. Actually, yesterday I think my body was just like telling me, you know, I needed sleep pretty much. And like around 4 o'clock, I was just so tired. My eyes, I couldn't keep them open. So I told my daughter, can you watch your brother, because I'm gonna go take a nap for about like 30 minutes or so, just rest for a little bit. And I didn't wake up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then ended up just going back to sleep. I was starving, but I was too sleepy to eat, so yeah, so I went back to sleep until like 3 and just stayed in bed for a bit until I heard my son crying from my daughter's room. So I went and picked him up and brought him back to my room to calm him down. He's been scratching at his face. It was like kind of like rug burn on his face, so it was weeping a bit, and so I had to put Aquaphor all over his face. I usually give my son baths twice a day, well, showers, so he takes one in the morning and one in the evening. And oops, not that one. Yeah, so, and that's another just trying to get him in the bath. He hates taking a shower because when he scratches a lot, some of the scratches hurt when he gets in the shower. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's what I've been going through. It's tiring, but I know there's people that are going through worse things than I am, so I feel like bad for even complaining about it. I'm just trying to deal. That's pretty much, and just putting him first for the past few weeks. But it just, I have to wait and see with how he's going to react to some of the stuff with the oatmeal thing, and hopefully it'll come out okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. So yeah, so I have several plans for my next videos after this one. The most obvious one that's going to be coming up next is the hashtag Color Your Hoard 2020. And I know I haven't been very active with videos for that one, but I'm so thankful that people are still doing it, especially through Instagram. And yeah, so after this video, I'm going to be working on that one, putting all the pictures together, and then after that one, I will do a video of my finished colorings for both June and July. And then, what is it? For the next one after that, I do have my birthday just passed last week, so I wanted to share some of the birthday presents that coloring presents that I got, and I also have another haul, because you know, what can you do when I keep watching coloring supply hauls from other people. I'm easily enabled, so yeah, share the stuff that I got that I was enabled to buy and then my birthday gifts. And so hopefully I'll get those done some like next few days and next week also. In my finished pictures, you'll see some skin tones that I've done, and I'll be using those as examples for the skin tone videos that I still have to finish up. There's 3 more skin tones that I have to share, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't have examples for the previous videos. I had like 2 colorings using different pencils for that shade of alcohol marker, and so in total there will be 3 sets of colored pencils that I use for that color tone. So I wanted to continue that for the rest of the colors, and so yeah, so I wanted to make sure each of those skin tones have at least 2 examples, and then the Faber-Castell coloring. And I hope I explained that well. I can't. It's hard when I'm coloring and I'm like, what did I just say? But yeah, so I hope to have the skin tone videos done next month. I really want to get that done. But, you know, again, I just wanted to make sure it's a full video. I didn't want to just show you the one example. I wanted to be consistent with the previous one where I show examples using different colored pencils for that skin tone marker. And yeah, and then I know there were requests from some people to do some videos. I believe there was a watercolor pencil. I wasn't sure what kind of video. I mean, it's like color and chat with using watercolor pencils. But then I was also thinking maybe I can show like how I do a background using, what am I picking at? Using a watercolor pencils. Yeah, sorry, I haven't really decided what to do, so I'm just doing it right now, and I guess that's how it's going to be. So, yeah, so what else? There were some coloring books that I wanted to do flip throughs of, so I may do some of those also. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, a lot of videos that I want to do. Is just the time and the energy if to do it. So, you know, I'm just thankful to you guys for continuing to come back. Thankful to my subscribers, thankful to the new subscribers for coming and watching my videos. And I do hope, like my past videos, I hope they are still helpful to a lot of you. It's just new ones right now. It's just, you know, I can always plan. I can always I just plan to do videos, but when it comes to actually doing it, it is hard finding time, especially with everyone home, and I have to make plans and make sure that, you know, my son Mason is being watched, because if he's not being watched, he's just going to scratch himself up, like bleeding he'll just be bleeding if no one's watching him. So usually when I'm coloring, I'm the one that's watching him, and if he's noisy, if I can hear him, that means he's not he's okay. If he's quiet, I have to make sure he's quiet. He's hiding in a corner, scratching up his hands, his feet, his, like, the back of his legs. So yeah, it's frustrating. It's a frustrating thing for him to deal with, because I know it's really itchy for him. I know eczema is really, really itchy. Sometimes it's like you're subconsciously doing, he scratches when he gets frustrated. So yeah, it's just I don't know if he can grow out of it, because I know my brother still has eczema. My best friend still, she's my age, and she still gets eczema. Right now she's saying that it was the worst because it's really dry, and yeah, it's just, but again, you know, a lot of people are going through worser stuff, and I just want to deal and try to be positive and hope that, you know, everything gets better. Yeah, if there are any other requests that I may have forgotten, please remind me and let me know, because I probably wrote it down and I put it in a safe place. But you know, have you ever done that, where you put something in a safe place and you forgot where that safe place is? That happens to me a lot, and I'm very forgetful. And even though I have post-its, like on my computer, and it's to remind me. I have like my kids' school stuff and just Zoom numbers and stuff, and yeah, just let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like a request for me, and I'll try to get it done. But yeah, I'll go use this. Let me go ahead and sharpen this really quick. Yeah, I hope I get this page done, because I color very slow, but we'll see. I have tonight and tomorrow. So as I'm coloring this, I'm going to try to get this video uploaded so I can get it out to you guys before the end of July. But anyways, I forgot to ask, how is everyone doing? I do hope you are all doing well, and healthy and keeping safe. I know it's hard when it's like, oops, nice weather out. And just try to keep that distancing at least, you know, and wear your mask if you're going to be, especially in enclosed places. I see the little bits there. Hold on. Just want to so we can blend this all in. Right there. And I think that's pretty much it, you know. Yeah, I just have, so I have a lot of plans for videos, and yeah, and just, yeah, just thankful if you guys are watching this. Thank you for stopping by, for, you know, continuing to support my channel, especially since I haven't been recording that much this month of July, and I think most part of June also. But yeah, so thank you so much, and yeah, especially to the new subscribers. I'm still surprised I'm getting new subscribers because I'm not like even on, but thank you guys for subscribing. And yeah, oh yeah, I got contacted by a company to do a review on their markers, so that's another video that will be coming out in August. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here because my phone is is overheating right now, and I'm at 30 minutes. So I just want to thank you, all of you. Thank you guys for watching and for spending your time with me, and I hope you come back to see my other videos. Hopefully that will come out in the next few days. And yeah, please keep safe, please take care, stay healthy, and of course, many happy colorings to all of you guys. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.